Hello, visuals, and welcome to the last ever. Well, welcome back to the podcast, first of all, and welcome to the last ever Hawkeye review. Well, last for now. We'll seeing how shit goes on in future and shenanigans. But it's done, dusted. That's felt so quick.
Wow.
It's felt like the quickest series we've had from the MCU yet.
It's been a quick 6 episodes.
Because obviously I know day dot, there's only been 5 weeks of it, but 6 episodes, because day one we got 2, didn't we?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ, it flew in. But oh my God, I put on my Facebook, thank you for being surprisingly.
I've seen that.
I need to clarify, I didn't expect it to be awful, but let's be honest, as comic book fans and super fans, Hawkeye's never been up there, has he?
Poor Clint doesn't get it.
Exactly, but no, this it's like, I didn't expect it to be shit, I just didn't expect it to be as fucking epic as it was, just because, like I said, we're following the guy with the bow.
Yes.
As opposed to following the hammer-wielding god, or the big green man, or the guy who can fling webs. It's just, but no, it was fucking outstanding.
Just a guy with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but it was cool. Do you want to give your thoughts and deliberate and shit? Because I've got notes.
I thought that this episode was the best episode out of all.
It was fucking someone else, like.
Just the ice scene, for example.
Mate, seeing Kate slide in like that, I was like, oh, it's just sick.
Just his face is lit up. You can tell he's like reminiscent on Natasha. Like, yeah, I see you there.
He's got a partner back.
Even I had a little bull on. I was like,
oh, I did as with your mate when she come in. To be fair, I'll speak to it in a bit. There was a bit that proper made me bubble. But no, what a fucking amazing, like, because literally you start off, they're in the big fucking grand fancy place, they're all tucked up and shit. And then from there, it just all kicks off, and it ends off nice and sweet. It was just an action jam, fucking amazing. Like, even the moments where he's being his, like, he's getting his bow out, the hitting thingy, from across the thingy with the dart. Yeah. The arrow spread it out, and the moments where they're zip lining here, there, and everywhere. The fight sequence between Yelena and Kate Bishop, where they're going through parallel, but it's like the nicest fight ever. Because Yelena's like, "Oh, that hurt," and she's like, "Oh, that was a good kick to the chest." And the way that went,
like you.
I know it's. But there's also some lingering question marks in Yelena, but again, we'll get to there in a sec. But you enjoyed the episode? That was your favourite one?
I loved it. I think it's the best episode.
I've got a big question to ask you in the next podcast. Not a big, like, something fun to ask you. So don't tell me where it ranks for you in the shows or anything like that. But no, just round off the season then. All your ups and downs and your lows and whatnot.
There was no downs. There was no lows. I enjoyed every episode.
Yeah.
I was a fan.
It was fairly nice. Like I said, I know I've harped on about it loads, but but the intros that they do for the MCU shows, I love it. This is one of the best. Like, the WandaVision was great. The Loki music was amazing. I love the Falcon and Winter Soldier one, but this was proper fun and bubbly with all the little lights.
Well, I only watched the credit scene just to make sure there wasn't anything standing out, and fucking that musical was doing my head in. But I thought, no, I'll persevere to get to what happens.
I thought it was quite funny.
Nah,
I was probably getting into it and like, but at the same time, it was a bit like, haha, you've waited, you can have this then. You know what they did at the end of Homecoming, where Cap pulls up on the TV and he's like, just start waiting around and all this stuff. But it was basically a way for him to take the piss out of his fans for waiting.
Yeah. But
they did it where it made it out technically to talk about someone else.
Did they do that with Deadpool as well?
Deadpool did it, yeah, when he come out looking like thingy from... the scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But no, the show was outstanding.
The show was brilliant. I've got no gripes.
So much heart, so much emotion, so much fucking... There is some great character building, Lord, and what a way to set up the future for... And again, I'll get to her in a sec. Kate Bishop. It was all outstanding.
But like I say, it was a plot towards the end of last episode into this one, because it turned out that moustache guy was actually a good guy.
We'll get to him.
But we thinking him from the day off, didn't we?
We'll get to it, yeah, 100%, mate.
And then obviously Kingpin did his thing.
I've got to give credit. There is something terrifying, because the Kingpin is a scary villain as it is. He fights any fucking comic. You fight him in the start of the Spider-Man game. I can talk about the Spider-Man game now. I'm loving it.
Fighting fucking Punisher.
The way he delivers his lines, even when he's saying something calm, you're just waiting for him to snap you in half.
The voice he comes out with, it's just how he...
Even
brings
in
it on.
Into the Spider-Verse, when he kills their version's Peter,
Yeah.
he's just like, look at the fucking goosebumps, man. He's a scary
He is,
bastard,
like,
like.
He's a brilliant actor.
He is outstanding. He's fucking amazing.
What's his name? Vincent
yes. I can't remember. We've been spoiled anyway because we've got Daredevil, we've got Kingpin in the same couple of weeks.
Yes.
It's fucking amazing. But no, I can rank it because I've already answered this question. It's not my favourite MCU show. Still going to Falcon Winter Soldier, but it's by far. It probably now you can't rank yet. It's probably just talking shows here. I'll probably have to go Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Hawkeye, Loki. I think. But even though I'm grading them, the ones lower than the bottom of the list doesn't mean they're awful. It just means I have to put them in order. But I don't know to run through my little notes. I want to try and get through because I want to talk one more about the the thingy thing. Do you have a brew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was sorry. Wet the palate.
Wet the palate.
Unless you want to predict any of your things of the future, because I've got stuff that kind of talk about what may or may not happen later on. Do you want to give your thoughts?
Well,
no, yeah, you talk about the
from like after the show. Right. Okay. What I've looked into or what I've read, there's probably not going to be a season 2.
No.
No. This is just going to be like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
Special. Just to introduce Kate more than outside.
You might have seen what I've seen.
Then obviously she's going to obviously taking the Hawkeye name.
Yeah, again, it alludes to it.
Yeah.
Just to jump in, did you hear? I heard next they're going to do a Hawkeye film.
I haven't heard that yet.
Right. No, it's just murmurings. It might not be the case, but I heard there's going to be a Hawkeye film.
But it won't surprise me if they don't,
Yeah.
because that'll be later on.
Yeah.
Because I know we're going to next see Kate in Ant-Man.
Which, again, I'm going to allude to. It makes a lot of sense.
And that's really about it.
So, but what about Yelena? Not going bad. This whole time I've had her on the Dark Avengers, ready
Well,
to.
that's it. She's still working for
Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
What does this all mean?
Exactly. Does it fuck things up for her, or does she help Kate? I don't know. Does she I don't.
Well, because now if she believes Clint, she's going to have to go back to Madam Hydra and say, "Listen, you fed me a load of shit there."
Yeah. And
then obviously cause conflict, and unless they still are having a Dark Avengers, maybe she does go to get Madam Hydra, and she's stopped by the US agent, and they have some rules somewhere in some show or film or whatever somewhere. But I don't know what we do with her now.
Personally, I think we'll probably see her more on the Avengers.
What, Yelena?
Yeah.
Maybe.
She'll realise that she's made a mistake. Might see one or two if we get episodes or what.
Yeah.
On the Dark Avengers. And then I think that's it. I think we'll.
Because at the minute now it stands with a question mark over Yelena, and we know Madam Hydra has a Captain America, and that's it. So we don't know what the fuck's going on there.
No.
It's very fucked up.
But like I said, we have still got other programs to come. Will they be making an appearance in them? Don't know.
Well, yeah. Again, where do you step her into now? Where do you chuck her into?
We'll see.
Well, we'll go through my notes anyway, because you can build some more lore off what I've pointed out and spotted and whatnot and shit. I love that. Honestly, I disagree with you. I love that music at the end. I was proper going for it. I was like, I think I adore it because Ant-Man's still there, and the whole world thinks he was just fighting but small the whole time. And I don't know what that probably gets me. We'll point out straight away. Kingpin's cane. Oh my god! If you know comic books, Kingpin's cane is iconic. So when you finally get to see it step in, you're like, oh, I love that moment. His outfit is straight from a comic book cover in the form of Amazing Spider-Man Family Business. It's literally
very colourful.
It literally is. The cover, I've got it upstairs for, I can't remember what year it is. It's not mega old, but he's like doing a lunging pose. Because as soon as I seen it, I was like,
Kingpin.
Yeah, he's doing like a lunging pose.
You know if it just goes.
Yeah, but it's not like a he's coming down with like a thingy, and he's there in the white, and he's got this. It's straight from a cover. But again, I told you these shows have been straight from. It's not Matt Fraction's comic; it's a different one, but they've took so much, and again, they took more.
Yeah.
It's quite cool because they notice. If you notice something, I don't know if you would have noticed the arrowheads blue and red, depending on which pin one they were using. It's exactly the same because blue means big in the MCU and red means small. So they knew that when they were going to shoot, they know the different colours because Scott does it with his discs. He has blue and red and whatnot. The airbag and the ice arrows are quite cool because again they're straight from the comic books. There was in Secret Avengers, again a comic book I've got upstairs, there's a moment it's happened with Cap and Clint's falling and he shoots an airbag arrow to stop his fall. But I could be wrong on this one, someone might have to correct me. I'm pretty sure the ice arrows only appeared in the Avengers animated series, but I could be wrong on that. There might be some shit I've overlooked. Stark arrowheads, so we know that he still has some Stark shenanigans. The Battle of New York. This bit again, it's been referenced the whole time because we saw Kate Bishop talk about it. But this was the particular moment that give a lot more appreciation for Hawkeye by myself because the way Kate described him, saying, "Listen, I'm gonna start again, mate. You were up there amongst these gods, just chucking out bow and arrows, jumping off shit, fearless and stuff." And I'm thinking to myself, you've got a point. We give Hawkeye so much stick, and it's kind of unfair because we never give Arrow stick. No. But we always give Hawkeye stick, well, especially comic book readers have, and early viewers of the Avengers, of being known as a guy with a bow. But he stood next to a man of steel, an Iron Man, Hulk, and he's still holding his own.
Some extraterrestrial people.
Yeah, he's standing alongside the likes of Thor and everything, and he's still able to. So Kate's right. The way I can understand why you would choose him as an idol because it's easy to go for Thor because he can do everything. It's easy to go for Captain America because he's nice and strong. Yeah. No, I'm going to support the guy that's going toe to toe with these lot and doing. Look at this, disgusting, isn't it, mate?
I think that's why him and Natasha got on really well because they were just two normal people.
But even so, Natasha never really got chucked into the category of she's just a girl with two sticks. Yeah, it always felt it was Hawkeye getting the brunt of it all. True. But yeah, it gave me a lot more appreciation. So I just thought. The fancy outfits, again, Matt Fraction, his name's been mentioned a hell of a lot. They're the comic book. It's the most recent Hawkeye comic book line I've read, I think. I'm pretty sure. I've got the complete series upstairs. I would say you should give it a read, Chris, because you would see it. Because you'd be reading it feeling like you're doing the show again, but you'll never fucking read them.
That's not the Hawkeye Deadpool.
No, man.
I might read it now.
Yes, you might. You might see it at some point. Every hero in the MCU has been given their own signature move, haven't they? You've got, Cap with his pose, Thor with his thingy. Hawkeye comes back with his signature move. What is it, Chris? See if you can remember it. Signature little. It's not much of a movement, but come on, think about it. What does Hawkeye always do when he's getting ready to fight and he's got bow in hand?
Smile.
No. It's just a little arm thrust. That's all you need to think. Think about it. Yeah, because his bow obviously comes. I don't know if it's just like a little whatever it is. It
fucking flings.
Because obviously Kate's is just a regular, but his is, and we see him do it quite a lot. And to be fair, it's quite badass. If I had a bow like that, you can guarantee I'll be studying down here just.
If someone's close to me, if I did that, like, ta-da!
Yeah. See you later. Jack, Mr. Mustache Jack, you just touched upon it before. I'm pretty sure it was never confirmed. But I'm sorry, that is the swordsman. I think they've used that character and they've given it to him and they've just not given him a massive role. They just said, you're based on this character, but we're not going to... He was the swordsman. Everything was alluded... The amount of times swords were talked in the show, and at the very end, he gets a bit of...
He's fucking out there with his sword.
He's the swordsman. I don't care what anybody says. He is the swordsman, whether it's disclosed or not. Hawkeye, the costume he gets at the very end, again, I'm just going to bring it up again, straight from Matt Fraction's comic book. So you can see exactly what they wanted, what they envisioned for this show. They must have read that line. And it's the first time Hawkeye in the films and stuff has ever really had a comic accurate outfit. Even the Ronin's not quite the same, but this one's pretty much spot on from them. Ask Scott, that line just got me going, because obviously we know there's now a dilemma because they're not bad guys. They're going to try and help the couple of members of the Tracksuit Mafia to get large. We know that, so you mentioned that Kate's going to be in Quantumania. I'm assuming Hawkeye must be as well, because they must have to ask Scott, how do we get these back to being normal size. They need to thingy. There's going to be a bridge. It basically they've made little pebble stones at giving them a reason to go speak to Scott. Yeah. Whether that helps in the grand story of Quantumania is another. They might be in it for 5 minutes, just having an interaction, and that's it. Yeah. But they've chucked out little things because Clint says we need to go ask Scott. It was fairly.
That's just the final. Been taken away by now.
Oh fuck! That owl was cute as fuck. I love that owl. Kingpin's cufflinks. If you might not remember it, but in the Daredevil show, they're extremely important because he wears them.
Yeah, I've noticed.
As symbolism to remind him of his dad, because his dad was a prick and all this kind of shit. And it's quite ironic the fact that Kate's thingy, she flicks his cufflink, which causes his downfall in that fight. Which that fight was fucking awesome. And another thing that's quite interesting, when he falls in the toy shop, he's surrounded by a load of stuffed sharks. And that's like a big, massive nod to his old gangster days before he was the Kingpin. There was a lot of symbolism in this one. Like, you know, he keeps the cufflinks because a reminder of his dad, but it turns out in this particular fight, the cufflinks were his downfall. It was fucking amazing. That fight was cool as fuck. Like Hawkeye's right. So many people have been butched off the Kingpin. And don't get us wrong.
Even the Punisher. I've just watched it.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong, she didn't exactly smash him in that fight. She was going to get battered, but she had that one little moment of...
She was agile, she was flexible, she was like...
But even though she may have got battered, she was the one that came out on top.
Yeah.
So, fucking credits to her. The Black Widow whistle. Oh, that's the bit that got me, because when Yelena says, you know, I loved her so much, and it's fucking thinking. And Clint, I'm sorry, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. I've never been completely... When he died, it was like, I cried, because I cry easy anyway, and I thought, but then I got over it. But like, look at me with Spider-Man and shit. That shit made me a lot more cry. But this, I thought, hang on a sec, no. Yeah, it actually did mean a lot more than I'm giving it credit for.
It did.
It was, and the way they both sort of connect. Because you see Clint, again, Clint didn't lose that fight. He chose not to fight back.
Yeah.
He sat down and he's like, why are we fighting? You loved her and I loved her. She sacrificed. It's heartbreaking. And when you see them, where they sort of connect over that one moment, because Yelena's like, how the fuck do you know that? And I think Yelena realised in that moment, because she says you got so much time with her, like Clint was literally like the best buddy, the brother to her, wasn't they? Even when they're fighting in Civil War, when they're in different teams, they're pulling the punch because Natasha's like, stop pulling your punches. Even when he gets taken over by Loki, they're still loving that fight when they're fighting in Avengers Assemble. It's, oh my God, we've come such a long way, and it's just, it was heartbreaking. Not from Matt Fraction's comic book. There is, I'm going to get the year of this wrong. I want to say late 90s. Again, it's a comic book I run. I haven't got upstairs, but I've read it. Of where Echo actually does shoot the Kingpin in an alley. It's literally a mirror image of this shot. Kingpin turns out not to be dead there. That was in a Daredevil comic. So we had this repeated again. Because my next question after I was going to say this was, I personally don't think because we know the magic of MCU movies. You don't have to die for long if you don't want to. They can find a way to fucking.
Oh no, I don't think he'd be dead. He'll come back. I've heard rumours that he's got more stuff still to come.
Another thing is, why are they going to now interject Daredevil and just take Kingpin away? Give him, because fair enough, he might have been there for the whole season, but for 4 of the episodes, he was in the background.
Him and Daredevil definitely got more inkling into the MCU now.
Yeah,
so he's coming back.
He's not dead.
No.
We go back to Barton's home. Again, we saw it more in Age of Ultron. Yes. Obviously, they rested there for a little bit and whatnot. Pizza Dog finally gets given his actual name. I told you in episode our first podcast. Lucky. Yeah, he was called that in Thingy, but he was always credited as Pizza Dog. Yeah. But Hawkeye eventually broke my heart as well when he turned up, because when he shut the thing in, I thought, "Are you coming?" Don't get me wrong, I love to see Kate, but I was like, "Please tell me you brought Pizza Dog, please." And he's there with his little, I'm like, "Get in." It was a minute she walks in, the dog just comes straight, and everyone's loving it. This one might have some weird ramifications, because you touched upon it last week, and I said I don't want to talk about it until I've got more stock, and that was the talk of Mockingbird.
Right.
I said they haven't really alluded to it yet, but it's been literally made official because the watch said Shield Agent number 19, and in comics that was her number. She was Shield Agent number 19, Mockingbird. So that made it official. But that now means, right? What does that mean for the Mockingbird and Agents of Shield? Like, does that mean that she was just a different one? She took over the mantle? Does that mean when Laura stopped being Mockingbird, they had a new Mockingbird or whatever? That's confirmed it anyway. She's got a Shield number and everything on it. She is Mockingbird.
I'm not really up to date.
I wouldn't bother, mate. It's. I mean, no, to be fair, if you want to complete everything, you're kind of going to have to watch it just to say everything MCU connected, all Netflix stuff, all the ABC shit, everything done, dusted. I've done it all. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started off proper like that.
It did.
But for me, it wasn't a case of this. It went. I couldn't. I didn't fall in love with it.
I think it's the last season I'm on where they like switch back through decades and years or whatever.
Yeah, see, I like the idea of what they were trying to do. I think as well because as much as I love Agent Coulson, it never always had that true MCU connection feel.
They killed him off too many times.
And just remember as well, that was the first real big MCU spin-off show.
It was, yeah.
And then and we had cool villains like Absorption Man and all that, but good. I would touch upon the mention all the name stuff, and she mentions I'll be Lady Hawkeye. She actually had that name for a while when Hawkeye and her were in the field to save confusion and shit. You had Lady Hawkeye and Hawkeye. But when she says this is where the symbolism comes in, and you know for a fact when she goes, actually I have an idea. The show immediately ends, and then Hawkeye comes up. That there is just literally saying, your name's Hawkeye now. You are Hawkeye.
You're taking the role.
Yeah, they didn't need to say it. The way they did it there was just. Yeah. It's done dusted. Of course, burning the Ronin outfit, I mentioned that, so that's Clint's Ronin past. He's done with that now. Yes. So to me, it looks like everything from the past he is done with now. He's gonna stop doing whatever shit. I think he'll see him when someone's in dire need or Kate needs help or whatever.
Look at it now. He's hung his arrow up.
Yeah, everything's done.
She's taken over.
But obviously, it looks like he'll help train her because again, we get another final shot of the target board from Endgame. Remember Endgame, we all the shit and thingied. We see the target board. I can only assume that she'll stay with him because obviously her mum's in jail and whatnot.
I mean, she'll train up with him and stuff.
He'll train her up, and that's it. Whenever she's in dire need, he might come out and help, but or if the Scott or whoever calls, they go back. That might be the case. Yeah. And that's your lot, sir.
That's your lot.
There was a reference because you know me, I like to look at posters and all this kind of shit. There was a poster in his apartment. And I thought, I've never heard of that from comics. Apparently, it's all to do with Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, I don't really know much about Dungeons and Dragons. So it can't be a comic book reference. But, no, it was phenomenal and amazing. A round of applause from me.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed the full
and season. It pretty much finished right before Christmas. Fair enough, there's a couple of days there. But right before Christmas, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Enjoyed it. I've got no issues with it. Fucking, I'm a fan.
Yeah. And whatever they do next, whether that be a season 2, whether it be a Kate Bishop solo film, whether it be whatever it is they do with these particular characters next, I'm so down for it.
Oh yes, definitely.
And hopefully, because I kind of want to hold on to Clint as much as we can, because you've got to think about it. The rumour is this is Chris Hemsworth's last 4 film, so that's another original one gone. Rumour has it Bruce Banner's going to finish in She-Hulk. I don't know why. That's another one gone. So as it currently stands at the minute, we've only got Hawkeye that we know can stick around for a while.
No, I don't think he's finishing in She-Hulk. I was on.
I hope not.
He's getting a solo coming, isn't he?
Mm. I heard that, but then I've seen all these pictures on the Marvel fan forum of all the people that have been blacked out, and the last person who blacked out was Clint Barton. And I was like, what the fuck? And everyone's talking in the chat. They've heard this room there. Obviously, these are all rumours from everywhere. We don't know what we've got until we've officially got it. Yeah. But I mean, it's nice to move on and adapt and evolve and carry on. But I want to keep on of some lingerings from the past. Like the one I really, really don't want to lose Chris Hemsworth as Thor. I really, really don't.
No, but like I said, we need to move with the times, and if it means that we're going to get Lady Thor, then.
Yeah, no, but to be fair, if they do it right, like Iron Man's passing of the torch to Spider-Man was fantastic. Sam Wilson eventually picking up the shield was fantastic. If he hands over his, reign as Thor to Jane Foster and it's done right, amazing. Yeah. If we're going to have the Hulk in the MCU in the future that just turns out to be She-Hulk, I'm cool with it as long as it's all done nice and right. Because you got to remember, look how massive this universe. I mean, the comic books. Ignore the comic books because the comic is massive. But in terms of the characters they've got established in the MCU, it's fucking huge. And it started off with one guy in a suit to 6 people. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. You're right. Sorry, Chris.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
Oh no, I don't know. Your face went all disconcerted there.
No, I'm listening.
No, so my final thoughts is a smash out 10 out of 10. I know it's easy for me to give 10 out of 10 because if I like it, I usually give shit 10 out of 10. I can't help it. But it was flawless. I cannot watch that show and turn it off and go, in any way, shape, or form was I disappointed. From casting thingy as Kate Bishop to having Kingpin back to the fight sequences, the heart of it, the overall story arc, the Yelena coming back, her realizing that Clint's not the bad guy that she's been told, where she's everything that it's set up, because it has, fair enough, it hasn't set multiverse shit up, but it's still set up significant storylines for people.
No, there's definitely still a lot more involvement.
Yeah, Kingpin, Echo, because we know that she's getting a show. Yelena, what she's going to do. Kate Bishop, are they seeing that? There's this 5 little loose on its own there. Yeah. Her mother coming back. Is her mother going to turn to crime? Is she going to have to go up against her mother? There's loads there.
For all we know, fucking Sword Guy could have his own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so we've got 5 things we definitely need to take a look at further down the line there.
Oh,
so 10 out of 10 for me, amazing.
No, it's can I rate it? I'm not allowed to rate it.
You can give it a rating out of 10. You just can't tell it where it ranks because I want to do something with you next.
Okay, well, like I say, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Fucking enjoyed it. Huge fan.
Right, well, we'll end it there. We're done. We said everything we need to say.
Yes.
Give us your standout moment, your standout character.
I've got to give it to Kate. She's fucking...
Kate was outstanding in this.
Yeah. I think she was brilliant.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. I'm going to have to give it to Hawkeye, though, just because it's kind of a sorry as well for underappreciating you. Because for all we know, this might, like we said, it could be the last proper time we give it to Hawkeye. So if it's the last time, I've underappreciated you. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give it to you. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to. Even though it is hard to argue with Kate, Kate was outstanding in this.
Like I said, again, the last episode was the best episode for me.
I think
the ice scene was fucking just brilliant.
Beautiful. My standout moment is Little Arrow into Big Arrow. Just that little, that was me. I mean, all of it was flawless, but my standout moment has to be that. The visual look of it all was, shoot the arrow. Boom. It was fun. And Pizza Dog gets a shout. There we go, visuals. Go watch Hawkeye if you haven't already, and if you have listened to all of these and you've not watched any Hawkeyes, what the fuck?
Exactly.
And Disney Plus, thank you for proving me wrong. When you first come out, I thought, what the fuck is the point of Disney Plus? Your life is literally now Disney Plus.
Yeah, basically.
It's fucking nuts. Visuals, Hawkeye's done and dusted. Up next on Disney Plus, we have Miss Marvel. No.
I don't fucking know now because I can't see her in the timeline.
Film-wise,
it'd be Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, but Disney Plus, it's a surprise visuals.
Think it's her?
I'm only saying Miss Marvel because I know you mentioned it originally being out the end of this year.
Yeah, she was supposed to be, but she's been pushed back. But I don't know until now.
We'll soon find out.
We will.
Visuals, thank you for listening, and thank you for joining the journey with us. We're going to have to now fill in our Sunday podcast with whatever the fuck else we can think of now. Visuals.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll fucking have to. Visuals, just remember, my name is Oliver Queen. What is it? I'm Oliver Queen, and you have failed this city. Who wins? Let us know. Hawkeye or Green Arrow. Visuals, keep me new and keep on keeping on.
Flash.
The Flash wins.
It'll be bad.